Hey guys, this video is gonna be the breakdown of my submission for Pwnisher's theory challenge, Chasm's call. As many of you who follow me on Instagram already know that I wanted to make a breakdown this time. So here it is. During this challenge, I came across a lot of amazing tools and Blender add-ons that played a huge role in bringing this project to life. If you wanna check them out, all their links are in the video description. Also, I made a Patreon. I'll be posting both free and exclusive assets plus some tutorials there. If you want to support what I do and get access to some cool stuff, make sure to check it out. Alright, let's dive into the breakdown. First up, the concept, or you could say the idea behind the project. I wanted to create something based on real life. My intention was to show the contrast between two worlds, the rich and the poor, and how they judge each other without even trying to understand what the other side is going through. That's why I named it Perspective. I created a mood board with a bunch of railway station references, like the real life ones. Then I deleted the cube, added a new cube, and did a rough block out of the environment. I modeled the bridge and textured it in Substance Painter. For the railing, I used Array modifier, which helped me offset the EFs efficiently. The ground was a sculpted plane with a bunch of mixed textures. On the left side, I made a slum town using favelas from City. I tried to make it as logical as possible. Added a small alley, so it feels like the slum extends beyond what's visible in the camera. Then comes the right side, the more developed area. I just scaled the cube to create the base surface of the station, built a few assets, and filled the environment using buildings and shop models from City. Then I started adding details to the environment. I scattered rocks and rubble along the railway tracks, then added patches of grass throughout the scene. To make it feel more lived in, I placed papers, trash bags, soda cans, and other small debris. By the way, I used Geo Scatter for all the scattering. Next, I brought in a train and animated it. To make the scene feel more dynamic, I simulated some papers flying in front of the train using soft body simulation. For the background characters, I used Procedural crowds. It's a super handy add-on. Just draw a curve and it populates the scene with scan models. It looks good and runs smoothly. Finally, the foreground characters. I created these characters using Human Gen. I started with the old guy, applied global skin on him, and took the settings a bit. Then following the same way, I created the other three characters. Honestly, making characters with Human Gen is so easy. It feels just like customizing a character in a game. Then I exported the characters as OBJ files and imported them into Marvelous Designer to create their clothing. Once I got a decent fit, I took them into Substance Painter and textured them based on characters' personalities. Now that the characters and clothing were done, it was time for animation. And this part had me shitting in pants. But big shout out to QuickMagic and Cascadeur. They actually saved me a lot of time. I recorded reference clips thanks to my brother Omar for helping with that, then uploaded them into QuickMagic AI. This was my first time using it, so I expected a steep learning curve. But it worked great on the first try. It even gives you a mix of a bone animation, which makes retagging so easy. I just want to thank Lucas from QuickMagic AI for helping me out and Alina from Cascadeur for allowing me to use these amazing tools. After getting the base animation, I imported them into Cascadeur, tweaked them, hit autophysics, and just like that, animation was complete. I know the animations aren't perfect since I'm still learning, but hey, it's all part of the journey. After that, I retargeted the animation to Human Gen models and exported the final animation from Cascadeur to Blender. Now here's the cool part. I completely bypassed the Rococo retargeting process. Since everything was on the same read, I just replaced the animation from Cascadeur FBX to Human character. Then I imported the animations into Marvelous Designer and simulated the clothes. Once the cloth simulations were done, I brought everything back into Blender and applied the textures I had created in Substance Painter. And with that, the character part was finally complete. Now, the lighting. You guys already know how lighting works, right? Nothing too special here. After a few final tweaks, I hit the render button. After rendering, I composited the EXR files in After Effects and did the final color grading in DaVinci Resolve. And that's pretty much the full process. If you have any questions or want to stay connected, make sure to follow me on Instagram and join my Discord server. Till then, see you in the next video.